Shortly, the presiding officer, accompanied by the academic procession, will enter the graduation hall. Once they've taken their position on stage, Advance Australia Fair will be played, and we invite you to join in the singing of the national anthem. Would you please stand for the academic procession?
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite Mr. Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Find my page. Budjingini, everyone. Good evening, and Nalawa, welcome. Welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the university for their acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here this evening. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. And so he enrolled his daughter, Bulungari, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them, and it became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success, your advancement, our advancement. Now that was probably better understood in more traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant that the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here almost 250 years ago now, he encountered a people whom he described as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and harvested food from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. Now, these were not primitive societies, but ancient cultures. So there was no slavery, no armies, no rich and poor, no rents or mortgages, and no homelessness. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, and then they were shared out according to strict law. Our lands were maintained with fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here for the past 20,000 years. So this is not a dream or an ideal. This was normal life for us for the longest time, and not so very long ago. And there's no reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. But we're a clever people, and there is still much magic in the world, I believe. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, and we are normally a happy people. Just share your gifts with the rest of us, and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this, and I'm confident that we will have a country and a world that we can be proud of, and one that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine now by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you, and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you, and Nalawa, welcome to country.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic of Macquarie University, Professor Kevin Jamieson, who will preside at this evening's ceremony.
First, thank you, Chris, for your welcome to country. It's always special to hear you speak at graduations, and we appreciate you being here tonight. So thank you very, very much. Colleagues, guests, families and friends of graduands, and most importantly of all, graduands. It's my distinct honour and a pleasure to welcome you here this evening to this graduation ceremony. I bring our graduands and your guests a special greeting from the members of our University Council, the governing body of the university. I hope that this will be a very happy and a memorable occasion for all of you. I see that we have a number of small children and some babies in the room tonight. I want to reassure you that they're very, very welcome to be here tonight. There's no celebration that's not improved by the presence of children. In any event, we have a theory that children who come to these graduations come back one day as future students. We're very happy to have them here with us here tonight. Tonight we're going to celebrate the wonderful achievements of those of you about to graduate. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind, determination and perseverance, and you need to make many sacrifices. You've worked very hard to get here tonight, and you have every right to feel proud of what you've accomplished. We at the university are just as proud of you. And I'm pleased to be able to be here tonight with you and congratulate each and every one of you. I also want to especially welcome the families, supporters and friends of our graduates here this evening. The fact that you've been invited by one of our graduates to share in one of the great days of their lives is proof positive that you have been an important influence. As the father of 3 university-aged sons, I can empathise with all of you in the challenges and triumphs that no doubt you've been involved in over the recent years. So to our invited guests, congratulations and thank you for celebrating this great occasion with us. You graduates here this evening may not realise it, but you're about to participate in one of the oldest of Europe's social rituals. If you were to pick a date, say 1500 AD, and look to see which social institutions were around then and still around today, you would only find about 60 institutions, including the Roman Catholic Church, the parliaments of England, Iceland and the Isle of Man, the 6 Swiss cantons or local government areas. The rest of those 60 are all universities. In fact, graduation ceremonies are even older than that. For more than 800 years, graduates have been donning gowns just like the ones you are wearing now and participating in ceremonies just like this one. And since those earliest graduations, the ceremony has remained almost unchanged, a defining feature in the life of every university and its students. Now, we all realise that Macquarie is not one of those ancient universities, as we're only just over 50 years old. Although we are among the youngest universities in the world, we're very proud to take part in this time-honoured ceremony with you this evening. Youth, however, has its advantages. Macquarie is a very modern and outward-looking university. We are regarded as one of Australia's leading research universities and are continually progressing by extending our research, our course offerings, and our facilities. We now have more than 190,000 graduates living in more than 140 countries. So it's very clear we're a forward-looking university and we're on the move. We proudly take our name from Australia's greatest colonial governor, Governor Lachlan Macquarie, a man whose greatness and achievements were never acknowledged by his contemporaries, but only by history. We learnt at school that Macquarie was a great builder, but his greatest legacy had nothing to do with bricks and mortar. It was the ethos he established, much to the annoyance of the British authorities, of an egalitarian society. Because it was Macquarie's insistence that in this fledgling convict colony, there be no distinction between the free and the freed. That was the foundation for the Australian notion of a fair go for all. And that is the legacy that here at Macquarie we always aim to maintain and to honour. Now, notwithstanding Macquarie's greatness, it's important and fair to recognise that some of his actions would definitely not pass muster today. Removing Aboriginal children from their families, even for the purposes of their own education, would certainly not be tolerated today. It's worth pausing to reflect on how many things we do accept today will one day look back on in shame. It's that spirit, in that spirit, one of the attributes I hope Macquarie University will impart to all its students is the capacity for moral and ethical reflection and a yearning to always help right the wrongs, not just of the past, but also of our time. Macquarie University will always be a leader in teaching and learning and a leader in the accumulation of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. So, ladies and gentlemen, academic and professional colleagues, and most importantly, graduates, I offer you the warmest of welcomes to Macquarie University on this grand occasion. And in just a few minutes, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and to welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. But before I do that, it's my very great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Ms. Dawna Wright. Ms. Wright is a Senior Managing Director at FTI Consulting. She holds a Bachelor of Commerce Honours degree from the University of Manitoba, is a Chartered Accountant, including a Business Valuation Specialist and a Certified Fraud Examiner. She began her career as an auditor with Deloitte in Canada before going on secondment to Paris. She began her specialisation in forensic accounting when she moved to New York, and she's been in Australia since 2001. Ms. Wright acts as an expert witness and has provided expert testimony in all major courts in Australia. She's been involved in many high-profile and complex matters, such as the Black Saturday bushfires class action and the recent Banking Royal Commission. She is currently a member of the Global Finance and Audit Committee of Amnesty International and the chair of the National Forensic Accounting Committee of Chartered Accountants Australia and New Zealand. I now invite Ms. Wright to deliver the occasional address. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Donna Wright.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, members of the faculty, staff, distinguished guests, graduates, and their friends and families. Congratulations, graduates, not only on achieving this amazing milestone, but also on your perfectly timed run to the finish line. As graduates from the Department of Accounting and Corporate Governance, you will surely be in demand. You need look no further than the daily headlines to see our shortage of effective governance, not only in Australia, but around the world. The recent Banking Royal Commission is a perfect example. With proper governance over the last decade, we probably would not find ourselves having to conduct a very public and judicial inquiry into the conduct of corporate organisations. The daily operation and conduct of companies is not a place the judiciary should have to go. So let's look at two questions. One, how did we end up in this position? And two, what can you do to help get us out of it and avoid it in the future? First question, how did we end up here? Well, when I was sitting in your place about 25 years ago and finishing my commerce degree, it was a very different world. We were reading the book Barbarians at the Gate about the world of leveraged buyouts and hostile takeovers. We were in the era of the movie Wall Street and Gordon Gekko's famous "Greed is good" speech. I know you weren't born yet, so you'll have to Google what that means later. I'm sure governance was a word, but it certainly wasn't used by commerce grads. In fact, the commerce grads in my year had the "Greed is good" speech printed on t-shirts, perhaps not so appropriate in today's climate. In hindsight, after 25 years, at least one recession, one global financial crisis, and now a Banking Royal Commission, I'm not sure that "Greed is good" was the best motto for the commerce grads of the 80s and 90s to be adopting. Perhaps if more of those commerce grads from 25 years ago had used their powers for good rather than evil, we wouldn't be in this position today. Some greed is good. We do need people to take risks and strive for something better. But we also need to balance that greed and risk-taking with governance and managing risk. Those business and economics graduates from 25 years ago are the people running the companies today, whose culture allows, if not even encourages, misconduct to occur. They have promoted certain types of people and rewarded a certain type of behavior. The culture in those organizations over the last 25 years has not made it easy for a diverse set of views to find their way into decision-making. The rewards have gone to the risk takers without giving any voice to the risk managers. So I hope that your degree has taught you not only how to maximize profit and cash flow, but has also highlighted the importance of managing risk and acting ethically and sustainably along the way. As you will have seen in the media, the Banking Royal Commission has shone a light on our governance deficit, which will no doubt create opportunities for people with backgrounds in finance, accounting, economics, and governance. The Banking Royal Commission has generated dozens of case studies for next year's students, but as you enter the workforce, you'll be working in those organizations and seeing it all in real life. So that brings me to the second question. How will you capitalize on your opportunities and possibilities? And how will you contribute to changing the world, at least the business world? What will your journey look like? In my last 25 years in the workforce, I've had a more interesting, challenging, fascinating career and life that I could ever have imagined, and it can all be traced back to my commerce degree and training as a chartered accountant. My journey began in a small city in Canada. I saw a commerce degree as a ticket out to a whole new world, and it certainly has been that. From starting as an auditor with Deloitte in Winnipeg more than 25 years ago, to now leading the Australian forensic practice for a global consulting firm, I can honestly say there's never been a dull moment in all those years. But where do you want to be 10 or 20 years from now? And how will you get from here to there and create your own amazing career? And can you do that whilst making a positive contribution to the business community in relation to culture, ethics, and governance? I think you can. Here are a few principles that have served me well on my journey so far. First, invest the time in building a solid foundation, a strong platform. Now, that might seem a bit boring and like something Mum would say, but believe me, the sky is the limit as to where your degree may take you. But the stronger you build your platform at the start, the higher you'll be able to soar later on. Jump off too soon and you'll limit how far you can go. I think this is particularly important for accounting and finance graduates. Many of you will have graduate positions in Big Four accounting firms, banks, large companies, or government departments. Your first role might be largely focused on doing audit and compliance work. It might seem a bit boring at first, but don't underestimate the value of this training. Think of athletes who work hour after hour on their skills and technique. In his book Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell talks about 10,000 hours of deliberate practice being a common feature among people at the top of their game. So no matter what task you're doing and how unimportant it might seem at the time, especially in your first few years, find the learning in it and always give it 110%, no matter how easy or small the task may seem. People will notice and will help you find your next challenge and your next opportunity. I've always tried to go the extra mile for the people I've worked for, and that investment has come back to me many times over. In turn, those people have supported me, and each one has somehow helped me to the next step of my journey. Second, find out what you're great at. Not just good, but great. Don't worry about being the same as the person sitting in the seat next to you. Find out what makes you different. What's your niche? What are you passionate about? What is the one thing that you're better at than anyone else? Figure out what your unique combination is, and then find an environment where your unique combination is valued. I guarantee you'll have a successful and fulfilling career. There are certainly times when I think about whether I could or should be doing something else, maybe something easier and less demanding, something that doesn't require sitting in a witness box and being cross-examined in front of a judge. But then I think about my particular combination of skills and attributes, the things I'm good at and the things I'm not. That combination will be unique to every single one of you. If you're going to spend at least 10,000 hours doing something, you might as well spend it doing something you love. And if you do, those hours will fly by like seconds. Third, be open to change and opportunities. You never know where your career may take you. And the amazing thing about a commerce or accounting or finance degree is that it can take you literally anywhere. Mine has taken me to the four corners of the world. I've gone from Winnipeg to Paris to New York to Australia, New Zealand to Hong Kong, Singapore, Mauritania, and the Congo. I've been in hospitals, factories, mines, and banks. I've also had the opportunity to join the boards of some amazing not-for-profit organizations like Amnesty International. Every single day is different than the one before. Some of that is being in the right place at the right time. But you can certainly look for those opportunities and let others know you're open to them. And if you've done the first two things I mentioned, you will have positioned yourself to take advantage of those exciting opportunities when you find or create them. Let's face it, you'll need to be open to change. By the time one of you is standing up here 20 years from now, you'll probably be doing a job that doesn't even exist today. So in summary, put in the effort to build a good foundation, find your niche and set the direction, but then be open to wherever that path may take you. And can you take advantage of all of those opportunities and still maintain a commitment to ethics and governance and a positive working culture? I think you can. Accounting and governance is about so much more than the numbers. It's about asking the right questions at the right time and not stopping until you're satisfied with the answer. When I moved to Australia in 2001, it was around the time of another Royal Commission in the finance sector. That was about the collapse of Australia's largest insurance company at the time, HIH, which again, most of you probably won't remember. In his findings from that Royal Commission back in 2003, Justice Owen wrote the words that unfortunately still ring true to this day. He said, "Did anyone stand back and ask themselves the simple question, is this right?" For a more current reference, I encourage you all to read a book called Bad Blood by John Carreyrou about one-time multi-billion-dollar company Theranos. The author of the book is a journalist, and he was the one person who kept asking questions and didn't stop asking questions when the answers didn't make sense. He eventually uncovered the truth. His investigation exposed that the entire company was a complete fraud. No one else wanted to ask those hard questions. To me, Justice Owen's one simple question sums up the role of accounting and governance professionals. That is our job, to be the voice of reason that asks, is this right? Now, I do know that's often easier said than done. I think you can change the world, but it takes at least 3 important qualities. The first, critical thinking. Look beneath the surface, ask questions, and have an analytical mindset. But don't just make superficial accusations or complaints. Dig into the detail, look at both sides, and present a substantive and reasoned argument. Number 2, confidence. Have the confidence to speak up and give your opinion. Question what doesn't look right. Say what you think, not just what you think others want to hear. If you have done the analysis, you can have confidence in your opinion, even if it's not the popular opinion. And number 3, courage. Most of the time, the right thing to do is not the easy thing to do. Have the courage to not only do the right thing yourself, but also to call it out when you see others who are not. I'm inspired by the diverse group of people in front of me. I hope you will support each other and join together to challenge the status quo. It's those at the highest levels, those charged with governance, who have the power to effect change. One day, that will be you. But even in the meantime, by banding together as a diverse group of peers from day one, you will have the power to affect the culture of the organizations you're working in. I hope that your generation will succeed at what my generation didn't do so well. You can make sure that diverse views are heard in the workplace and the boardroom, and that diversity is not only tolerated but truly valued. I don't think we can have good governance and sustainable ethical leadership without diversity. So I hope that by the time you're the ones sitting around the boardroom table running those companies, the people around that table are as diverse as the group that I'm looking at today. I hope that the views of all of those people are heard, that regardless of language or background, introvert or extrovert, risk manager or risk taker, those diverse views are heard equally and are all truly valued. As today's graduates from the Department of Accounting and Governance, you have an amazing career ahead of you, and you also have the power and opportunity to change the world. So I hope you all choose to use those powers for good. Thank you.
I'd like to congratulate and thank Ms. Donna Wright for giving up her time to give such an address that's such an important part of this ceremony. And I think, it was not just interesting, but it was actually insightful and quite frankly important, the remarks she made. I mean, what I took from that was a message for all of us, and I think for graduates in particular, that ethics and values and foundations and preparation don't get in the way of great careers. They actually enable great careers. That's how you get to the point of a great career, to an amazing career. I like that phrase, an amazing career that all of you can have, and I certainly hope to have. So I think the remarks were well placed, well suited to the event, and I'd like you to join me in thanking Ms. Donna Wright again for her remarks. As Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies such as tonight's and conferring degrees on those who have complied with the university's requirements for such awards. I now call on our Registrar, Ms. Gail White, to formally certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements for these awards.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
That is you. In the name of Macquarie University Council, and by my authority as Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Business and Economics, and I call upon Professor Stephen Brammer, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Business and Economics, to present the graduates. Professor Brammer.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, the graduates of this ceremony are from the Faculty of Business and Economics. The Faculty of Business and Economics is the largest faculty at Macquarie University and one of the largest in Australia. We're an applied, engaged and global business school. Our role is to create knowledge through applied research in the areas of marketing, management, finance, economics, actuarial studies and accounting. Working with our academic and corporate partners, students and alumni, we create and share research that addresses business and societal challenges. Our programs are innovative and include engagement with industry, as well as the development of employability skills. The skills developed are in demand globally. Our programs are recognised and accredited by key industry bodies, and we enjoy a strong reputation amongst the business and professional communities. Our graduates have starting salaries well above the average for all Australian business schools. These graduates have the skills, knowledge and purpose to make a positive contribution to their families, to their communities and to the world. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I'm proud to present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Business and Economics whom you've admitted to degrees. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Business and Economics who you have admitted to degrees. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting, Daewon Cho. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Samuel Arthur. Alexander Bastow. Brooke Lee Cahill. Mandy Cern. Ricky Y. Kin Chung. Nishorgo Eve. Hanain Hafiz. Jamie John Hallam. James Yofino. Janice Phai Heung Kwan. Anthony Labour. Luke Marriott. Milica Ivana Blaguna Mitreska. Joel John Olivieri. Simran Fool. Michael Wormold. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Science. Thomas William Birtwistle. Susanna Prudence Brown. Mason McCurtich. Ritansha Romika Prasad. Erin Richardson. Risa Odeli Rianto. Lauren Valahera. Ricky Zinn. Caitlin Zoe Zuzati. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Daniel Shaluhi. Sarah Denson. Pharrell Andrew Ferdio. Michelle Marie Hadji. Lucy Huang. Talia Jones. Hayley Kitson. Tianyu Lo. Elizabeth Lowry. Rachel Loizaga. Luke Nelson. Alan So. Carmen Stockwell. Claire Catherine Stulaita. Annalise Wall. Jesse William Wells. Tessa Candice Wiley. Yu Zhang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Fadia Afnan. Christian Barker. Michael Barker. Kabir Bardwaj. Mohammed Attahar Hussain Boyan. Tao Mi Bui. Man Yi Tsai. Yi Chai. Justin Chan. Guan Yu Chen. Min Ruen Chen. Xiaoting Chen. Yanling Chen. Yin Chen. Yuan Shi Chen. Yu Liang Chen. Xin Yi Chu. John Cleves. Angus Cox. Callum Crooks. Wei Dai. Tanil Sarah Delcou. Lauren Easton. Guanlan Fang. Kim Fernandez. Kyle Joseph Fimano. Sharon Galdas. Gokula Krishna Ganesh Kumar. Sui Gao. Guo Yu Gong. Ming Yung Gong. Shivam Grover. Shu Ting Guan. Lu Yao Guo. Krishna Giawali. Emily Hearn. Akin Hisbus. Liam Hovilai. Yuting Huang. Ziyong Jia. Karina Jimenez. Oliver William Jones. Anastasia Kalitsis. Caitlin Johanna Kelly. Haider Iqbal Khan. Shazan Ahmed Khan. Laura Kim. Johann Adrian Kruger. Jingwen Lan. Su Tang Law. Zachary Raymond Lees. Jenny Lee. Zerchi Lee. Zerwern Lee. Zerxian Lee. Yung Ni Lin. Yung Liu. Yu Liu. Lulu. Ming Heng Lu. Andrew James Lunn. Zhang Nan Luo. Samuel Campbell. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting. Ho Ting Chung. Tan Druk Ma. Wan Ying Ma. Yu Jian Ma. David Ross McKenda. Abdul Manan. Francesco Marafiotti. Jean Gabrielle Pascual Mendoza. Liang Shu Meng. Rui Jia Ming. Jesse Mudge. Nelly Mutamba. Bibi Mariam Nabavi Nazad. Naeem Ashraf. Emma Charlotte Newell. Justin Newen. Kristen Newen. Ngopwen Feng Nguyen. Baisi Nai. Woo Sung No. Michael Nugraha. Wilfred Ibukun Olua Ulugbemiro. Rachel Hui Ting Ong. Oluwafi Yibomi Ooni. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting Professional with the degree of Master of Commerce. Fang Yin Yun Fei. Ke Ma. Jing Wu. Yun Zhuo. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting, Zhe Yu Hu. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting, CPA Extension, Yasaman Bijan. Luis Diego Biroli Silva. Sheng Jie Cao. Li Min Dong. Yuan Gao. Ranjita Gokul. Ali Javed. Yuan Liang. Shehan Mei. Melvin Ninan Ninan. Nguyen T. Tao Nguyen. Harish Darius Pantaki. Karush Pradhan. Hongfang Sun. Xiao Tang. Bei Wang. Jingya Wang. Denise Wong. Ruonan Wu. Tianlun Xiong. Li Jie Shu. Han Ye. Shuai Yuan. Jie Yuan Zhang. Shu Jiazhang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Accounting Professional. Tami Ahmed. Mohammed Nayem Alam. Sahil Baral. Shashank Busnet. Shin Chun. Saba Darani. Vishal Dubey. Tasinul Hassan. Fazana Hassan. Da Hung Hu. Sanbok Lee. Dung Xiao Li. Yulia Makarova. Shumin Mao. Mohammed Munir Chowdhury Muna. Salome Dilip Nagwade. Tazeen Ismat Niti. Razaul Hossein Ovichal. Ming Yung Pang. Yu Jie Pu. Mohammed Hassan Razak. Chao Rong. Dan Araya Sarmiento. Sana Shamsuddin. Sarina Shrestha. Gurpratap Singh. Maining Sung. Shuting Tan. Ming Hao Tan. Li Fern Wan. Chuan Wan. Hao Wu. Chu Jia Yu. Yumeng Zheng. Tongxing Zhou. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that completes this evening's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Business and Economics.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I call on Mr. Woo Sung No, who has graduated today with a Bachelor of Commerce, Professional Accounting, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Mr. No.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, members of the university, fellow graduation guests. Today is indeed a commemorable day and a joyful day. A few years ago, we all have started our journeys picturing ourselves to be part of this wonderful evening, and now at this moment we all are. We are wearing the black gowns, sharing the excitement between one another about this remarkable achievement we've all made. But first, I would like to personally address my enormous thanks to all those people who supported me throughout my journey, especially to my parents over here. I've come a long way from South Korea. Without your support and love, I couldn't have made it to this day. For me, I'm pretty sure for all of us, the experience that we had in Macquarie University was something a lot more than just studying for a degree. For me, as an accounting major aspiring to join the corporate world, Macquarie University has provided me with the opportunities to develop myself and my set of skills a lot more than just getting a new knowledge. The best part was that learning had taken its place everywhere, and the real-life applications of the skills were just natural. I still remember throughout my studies, I normally setting up my primary domicile in the library, fostering my professional skepticism by working with my group members always getting sick before the due date, establishing the equilibrium of caffeine consumption without necessarily giving myself a heart attack. But still, regardless, I've enjoyed every moment being a student in Macquarie University. Fellow graduates, after this evening, we are now headed towards our new chapter, another set of decisions, whether it is to join the workforce, further studies, or something else. Regardless, they won't be easy. I remember back a few years ago, when I was being so excited to be discharged from South Korean Army, the commanding officer that I served with told me that, "Not so fast, young man. Now you are heading to the real battlefield out there." Indeed, it is a scene of bloody war that we are heading into. Every day we confront a new set of challenges that we've never encountered or been aware of. Right at this moment of joy, there are struggles, injustice, frustrations, and unfairness in this world that desperately require the new generation's recognition and support. With the knowledge and skills that you've acquired from your studies, we will be the next line of soldiers to combat the situation to make our community, the society, and this world a better working place. Regardless of where we are, let us advance in confidence, but let us not forget the compassion to reach out to the others. Let us march in competence, but let us not forget the eagerness to learn, but always to stay humble. Let us impose positive changes and make this world a better place to be. But first, let us please celebrate this wonderful evening before diving into the battle ahead of us. Congratulations, fellow graduates. We did it, and you did it. Thank you very much.
Woo-sung, thank you very much for that, and thank you for your reflections on your time here. I saw a lot of heads nodding as you spoke. I think you captured all the high points of time at Macquarie. I think you captured the anticipation and as one arrives, and the trepidation and the hard work. I think you captured the importance of family, you captured the importance of friends, the importance of coffee, and then the excitement of looking forward to careers and making a difference, changing the world. And I think that's exactly, how I hope all of you are feeling. This is such a fantastic time of your lives, and I think you've captured it really well. So thank you again for your remarks. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the wonderful voice of Miss Angela Brewer, who joins us at graduations, and I'm sure you'll agree that the ceremony is much enhanced by her presence. So please join me again in saying thank you to Angela. Could you also please join me in thanking our musicians, Dr. James Forsyth on the organ, and on the trumpet, Ms. Melanie McLaughlin. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank the representatives of our alumni community who come here to graduations, including tonight, to help you celebrate this occasion. So around the edges of the room, please join me in thanking them. Graduates, this ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it's not the end of your association with us. From today on, for the rest of your lives, you are part of the bigger Macquarie family, which is our alumni, and part of a network of over 190,000 Macquarie alumni spanning the globe. We'll keep in touch with you through our Alumni Relations Office and hope you'll come back here to visit the campus, attend alumni events, to undertake more study, or simply to enjoy the grounds of our beautiful campus. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I urge you to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and inquiry. I urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves. I urge you to continue your hard work that's already begun and brought you so far. I also urge you to think about how you can help others along the way. You don't have to do much sometimes to make a difference in someone's life. And you don't have to be Einstein to change the world. Sometimes simply a kind gesture or a kind word can mean an enormous amount to the recipient. So I urge you to always give thought to what you can do for others along the way. I challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and to always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet on life's journey. My hope is that as graduates of Macquarie University, you will use what you have learned here, not just for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of your communities. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. I hope finally that you will always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom are here with you this evening. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I'm going to ask you to do a few things. First, I'd like all our new graduates to stand up. Now I want you to turn around and place your testimonies on your seats and face your families and friends. You've got to put your testimonies down for this part, otherwise it won't work. And I want you now to give them a mighty round of applause for their help and their contribution. So turn around now, but don't sit down. Here on the dais are representatives of our academic staff who have supported you throughout your journey. Please join me in thanking them for their role in your success. Graduates, please remain standing, but please pick up your testimonies now from the seat behind you, because very soon we're going to leave, the official partner will leave, and we will move to the courtyard, leave the courtyard, followed by you graduates. As we do, Dr. Forsyth will play the traditional recessional music of graduation, which has been played at ceremonies over the centuries. Again, to the newest graduates of Macquarie University, my warmest congratulations and every best wish for futures filled with success, satisfaction, and happiness. Now, can I ask everyone to stand? Shortly, I will lead the official party out to be followed by the graduates. I then invite all of you to follow the graduates down to the marquee for light refreshments. Thank you very much.